had like an awakening with his body, it's kind of like, I mean, seriously, like he was rolling around in the house for like an hour, late at night, for hours. We're like, what's going on, But he was like finding himself. Imagine being, late 50s, finding where your pubic bone is and, sacrum. It can kind of spook you a little bit. So Julio and the gyrotonic woke up that energy in him. Anyway, when he came out of it, he was like, oh, I want to bring this to everyone. And this is so wonderful. I want to open up a place where people can learn how to move. Again, we're from the restaurant business. So I'm working in the restaurant back then. And I'm like, that sounds good to me because I don't really like working in the restaurant, but I like movement because I'm doing martial arts then, And then the way he does things, my dad, he always does it big. So he finds a building, like a vacant building on 3rd Avenue and 19th Street. And we gut the building and, get it all like, tapered up. It was a whole lot, kind of a renaissance in everyone's life who was there. Like we all transformed as well as the neighborhood and everyone, I literally touched every every spot of that building with a paintbrush or a brush or something, like really cleaned it. We literally knocked the floors down to build them up again. So it was morning, noon, and night, renovating this old building that was dilapidated for over 7 years. Anyway, then he opens up Sal Anthony's Movement Salon. Now, right then at that time, I think it was in 97, that Julio was getting a little bit bigger in New York, and the White Cloud studio, he didn't want to run it anymore. So I'll never forget the meeting he had with Julio in my dad's restaurant in this small little private room with Gina. And I was trying to listen, what's going on in there, And when they came out of it, they made a deal where Julio was going to close the Movement Salon. Julio was closing White Cloud, and the Movement Salon was now going to be the headquarters for Gyrotonic in New York. And the deal was that Julio gave him all the old equipment, and that Julio was allowed to go there and train these level 1 certifications that he was doing back then, and also gyrokinesis, because we had also a big room for gyrokinesis in the building, and for free, because he took all of his equipment. And then, we opened it up, and I used to work the desk back there, and I watched all the gyrotonic people come in. And I used to call them the people with the necks. Like, they all had these long necks. I'm like, who are these people walking in here with these, necks? Anyway, so then I started taking classes with, of course, Maria Rosa, all the first generation master teachers, Erica, Echo, Bradley, all of them from, the first generation. Young, all of them were back then because they were with Julio.